What's up YouTube? This is T1H here with the Geargia Karakuri deck profile. Couple announcements before the deck profile. We're gonna be making some retro decks, like the Inzektor deck with no limits, like 3 Hornets and like Teledad before Dad got to 1, and yeah. So just comment down below and see what you want to see for the as in retro decks. You can comment anything. We'll try our best to make the decks for you, and we'll explain why they got banned, why were they so good, and what was the current meta during the time. And further ado, so let's get to the deck. First, we start with 3 Geargia armors. I'm sorry. Heart and Soul of the deck searches out everything. You set it, 19 defense. Yeah, searches out everything. Next, 3 Geargia accelerators. One of the most broken cards in the deck. When you control a Geargia monster, you special summon it from your hand, and yeah, it opens up a lot of rank 4 exceed plays and synchro plays. Next, 2 Geargia arsenals, the Lone Fire Blossom of the deck. I might bump it up. I will bump it up 3 because opening up without a Geargia armors is really hard to play out of. So you need a way to get them out. So you got your Lone Fire Blossoms. And then next, I played 3 of the Geargianos. Yes, people like to play 4, but I like to play 3 because I don't want to see them as much in the hand because I want to use them for the Geargia gears. And also, people often like to play this more over this one, but I don't, because this card opens up a lot more options, because when you tribute it, you can special summon a level 4 machine type, so this becomes a level 4 tuner or a level 4 machine type monster. So it's just really good. Next, for the tuners of the deck, you got 1 Birdman. Opens up a lot of plays. You bounce your accelerators and everything, and then you just use special summoning, and then you just open up your combos and everything. And then the rest of the tuners, you need these. Next, this is a tech of mine, and I don't know why. Well, a lot of people don't like to play this, but I like to play it in this Tin Plate Goldfish, because this is an aggressive deck. Well, at least I find it an aggressive deck, and you need a way to be aggressive with it, and Tin Plate Goldfish allows you to do that, because you can special summon, because you can normal summon this, and then special summon a level 4 from your hand, which is anything that's level 4 basically. So if you have this in your hand, this becomes live, because you can make any level H you want at the moment, as long as it doesn't get Veiler or Chain. But it's also good for baiting out Veilers too, so it doesn't really matter at that point. And then I play 2 Veilers because I don't like effects, and effects are just too annoying for this deck to handle. So you need a way to stop them. Next, for back row hate, 3 MST. You need these because this deck cannot really deal with back row, and yeah. And then I play another card that people don't usually, that I don't see a lot of people play, is Iron Claw. It's a monster reborn for your deck. As long as you control a machine type monster, you can special summon any level 4 or lower machine type monster from your graveyard, as long as you control a level 4, no, a machine type on your field. So it's a monster reborn, and the only really downside to it, which it's really irrelevant, is that your machine types die at the end of the turn, but that doesn't really matter because you can exceed with them or synchro with them, so it really doesn't matter at that point. And this can and a lot of your cards go to graveyard, so you're gonna need a way to get them back. And this is just basically a free monster as long as you control a machine type, and you'll see a lot of that, and you'll see that happen really often because of your Bures and your Burritos. They're machine types, and they don't usually die unless they get popped or just run over in general. So these are just really good because it's a monster reborn span, and yeah. Next, for consistency, 2 Power Dualities. This card, you have to activate it in the right time, because when you set armor, you obviously don't want to activate this card, because then your opponent will know that you're playing Geargias, and then they'll anticipate the armor that you set. And that's only if they see you reveal any Geargia monsters, then they'll obviously be you have obviously seen a Geargia monster that you revealed from this card. So then if you set one, obviously that'll be the armor that you got or you had in your hand. So then you'll just play around it and then just screw you over from there. So you really have to know when to play these cards. Next, next two Forbidden Lances, more back row hate. You really don't want to ruin your combos because of like just one torrential or Phoenix Chains. Really helpful. Dark Hole. Not much people like to play this because you always have a lot of field advantage, but still a power card. Doesn't really matter. You need this just to get out of situations just in case your opponent overwhelms you and you can't really settle. So it's really good. One Book of Moon works really well with this deck because it helps you dodge Veilers, helps you reset the armors and everything. Just really good in general. Then another card that my friend used against me and then just kept screwing me over and getting free pluses to his hand. Creature Swap. My friend Alan used this against me, screwed me over every time. He would just knock down all my monsters except one, and then he would just play a Geargia Accelerator onto the field, switch him, and then after just punch the Geargia Accelerator that he gave me and get a free plus to his hand. And then I just thought, wait, it's just too good. And plus, it's just anything with a brain control factor in this format is just really good in general. So why not? It's just really good. Next, the Rescue Rabbits of the deck. Two Geargia Gears. Allows you to bring out the Geargianos that I mentioned earlier, and then allows you to exceed. And then another trick is that if your opponent activates Creature Swap on you, and then if you chain a Geargia Gear, and then you bring out any of the Geargianos, you can pick your Geargiano that you brought out with the Geargia Gear and give him a Geargiano instead. So it's just really, really good. Next, two Phoenix Chains. Why not? It's don't really like effects still. Offers a lot of protection, and it's just more Veilers basically. And it just stops a lot of plays that your opponent can have, like Yamatos. And yeah. Next, Solemn Warning. You know what that does. Mirror Force, still really good. Compulse, too good. Bottomless, it's still really good against Yamatos and everything since they're over 15. Then, a Deep Prison. I have mixed feelings about this card, but it's still really good in the main deck because it doesn't destroy. So, yeah, it just screws over a lot of cards. And then a card that I might bump up to 2, but I don't really want to at the same time, is Trap Stun. Is because you Trap Stun before you do your plays, so you don't get warned or anything, and then it just offers you safe plays guaranteed basically, as long as they don't set the Book of Moon or anything. So it's just really good if you want to make safe plays. But at the same time, if you're on your battle phase and they activate Mirror Force, you just activate this. They're basically just screwed from that point. They're just basically screwed. Onto the extra deck. We have two Geargia into X's. Because it's a Rhoda of the deck, and it's just you make it for free, and when this dies, it replaces himself with more of the Geargianos that you have in your graveyard that you used earlier, or if you use the Rescue Rabbit, or that's basically what they're there for. And they search it, and it's a Rhoda, and so it searches out level 4 or lower machine type monsters from the deck. And it's just you make this really often in the deck, almost every single game. No, every single game. Once Dia Swarm Roach, dragons are still a thing. It's good for the mirror match, and yeah, it's just really good. A Popular Operative. It's good against the Frog Monarchs, depending how much your opponent's life points is. Because you could just switch the frogs and just deal massive damage, which is a 21. And it's just a lot late game, so screws them over quite a lot. A Maestro, more Book of Moons, offers more protection, yeah. And then a card that I could make, and I'm testing, is a Giga Brilliant, because you could make it, but at the same time, you will rarely make it. But if you have a lot of monsters on the field, like your level 8s, and then if you finish your combos and you could still make this, why not make it? Because your monsters are only just gonna get bigger and harder to run over. And yeah, and your statuses become like, what, 28? Yeah, 28. And 28 is a really high number, so it's just really good. I might test those Zen mains too, but in the meantime, it's a Giga Brilliant for now. Next for the level 8s, a Dot Roller Archfiend. Set 5 Dot Roller first turn, you basically win because you can't target it with any spell or trap cards. If you punch a monster, you gain the attack points. So anything from 26 or lower, you gain the life points if you punch over it. And then Scrap Dragon gets over problematic cards. Just a big beater too, and it kills off cards like Yamato and everything, and bears, or just anything that's just stopping you at the meantime, like Kaiser Coliseum. And Stardust Protection. This is one of the key cards you want to make after your combo because it offers protection, and then it just makes you feel safe at the same time. And then Crimson Blader, again, Dragons is still a thing, Mermails is still a thing, and it's really good for the mirror match somewhat because you can stop them from synchroing. Just really good in general. And then for your combos, your combo monsters that start off all the combos, you're gonna need 3 berets. Too good in this deck. Get 3 monsters out of your deck. Switch stuff into attack or defense mode, so you can't get Honest or Crane. Just too good. Yeah, and it's at 3, so why not? And then your Pot of Greeds, if you get 2 of them, your 2 burritos, if they survive, with these, so if you have this field, depending what your opponent has, if these 2 survive, you will basically just switch this manually without using this effect. Draw your 2 cards, and then after that, switch it back so it was like as if nothing happened. So you get a +3 for the turn, including your first draw. So you draw for your turn, and then you switch this, draw 2 cards. It's just too good. So this is the deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, Team 1 is signing out.